6, 8, 6, 7? I'll check. And then we'll start
32, 44.
Episode 7. Wow. What the fuck is that? Welcome, everybody, to episode 7 of Mo9. That's M-O-A-T, the number 9.
Hola. Cola. Yeah, I got a bunch of notes, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
I mean, it's not like it's been 2 weeks since we recorded or anything. Oh, wait, it has.
It has.
That what was the reason for that?
Unforeseen circumstances.
Was it life that got in the way?
I have no idea.
I can't remember anymore.
Fuck life.
And then we almost, And then we almost didn't record today because I'm sick, but not as bad as I was yesterday.
Good.
Yeah, yesterday was fucking, I almost didn't go to work.
Forgot to bring my mask.
Right? Today, this should be the mask episode.
Oh my gosh. We're
way behind?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the sad part that I took on another job. So now I watch even less stuff. I actually genuinely feel bad because for a 2-week episode, this one's going to be pretty short unless we just rant about news and shit.
So I'm going to assume you didn't watch or finish Hentified, right?
That is correct. I didn't even watch a single episode.
Scratch that out.
See? We're going through this list super quick.
All right. So did you watch Father Stew?
No.
Scratch that out.
House of Gucci? No.
Scratch that out.
Elvis? No.
Andor?
Technically, I started Andor, but that was honestly 15 minutes, and then I dozed off because, dude, I couldn't stay awake yesterday.
So I just watched the first episode and half of the second episode. This is 5 years before Rogue One.
Yes. And the one thing I can tell you is I don't know for sure, just based on the 15 minutes, I'm already getting a very different feel from the other shows that we've had so far. Like The Mandalorian and Book of Boba. This doesn't seem, even Obi-Wan, it doesn't seem as janky. It doesn't seem as fanboy. It seems like a genuine production. Because that's been my complaint this whole time with Boba, Mandalorian, even Obi-Wan kind of let me down. It has that very fanboy feel, like they just let some fanboy do it and they didn't put real production behind it.
Do you feel like it's a little bit more rushed?
I don't know if it's rushed. I think it's just they just assume that it's Star Wars, so they don't have to put any real effort behind it. Like the way that Marvel, I hate to say it, keep saying it, but Marvel has spoiled me at least, and probably a lot of people, where they put so much thought behind everything that they do that it all ties in, and this doesn't seem that way. The shorts, the Star Wars shorts. Yeah, there was absolutely no rhyme or reason for those. None. It's just them allowing people to use the Star Wars franchise to tell their little story or whatever. True. So that's the feeling that I get. But like I said, Andor doesn't feel that way. It feels like a prequel to Rogue One. It feels like a good production. It's very it's very dramatic. A lot of drama in it. So bro, I thought this was gonna be a straight up good guy. Yeah. He fucking murked some motherfuckers. Yeah. One of them was just an accident, and then the other one's like, fuck it, bang. I was like, what the fuck? That kind of tells you where he's at in life at this point, and right. The rest of that episode kind of just gives you the feel of, okay, well, this is where he was prior, of course, to the Rogue One and where he was at then, and it's actually his origin story from what I got from the rest of that episode. It tells you a little bit more of where he was in his life around that time. So I mean, it's cool. I like it. He does kill 2 cops. I don't know who this other cop is. That's very super detective type. Did you see him or not yet? I don't think so. It's just the 2 guys in that alleyway or whatever. So then that's probably as far as you got. Yeah, that's as far as. Yeah. So this no. He got back to, I guess, where he's from, and he's telling I guess his best friend hey, you know what? I was with you last night. We got drunk at your house. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. I got to that part, and that's the last thing I remember. All of a sudden, I just saw the credits. I'm like, oh shit, I dozed off.
You fell asleep.
But like I said, so far it's looking pretty decent. Based on that little bit,
yeah,
I think I'm gonna like it better than the ones that have come out so far. Okay. Anywho, so yeah, Andor. I'm looking forward to it, but unfortunately, I've been a bad host. Not
so since you didn't watch almost anything,
bro.
Did you watch?
On it.
Did you watch She-Hulk? Did you watch this last episode?
I want to no, the one from yesterday.
Yeah,
no, not yesterday.
Okay, so then you watched the prior one.
Yes, but I can't remember a damn thing until you tell me.
So she went to Taylor.
Yes. Oh, yes, and then they have that
little Easter egg.
Spoiler, not spoiler, but yes. That was really cool.
So do you remember any of it or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming back to me a little slowly. I remember that
they were in court.
Oh, that's when she
got sued because
she had just won the judgment, or that's what they're talking about. And the guys, is it the one where the guys are giving their testimony about dating her?
Yeah,
that's this episode. That's that episode, right?
I think
or was
so.
It the previous one?
Because I remember last time we talked, and I was like, She-Hulk TM. The last episode, but this episode.
But yeah, it was mostly that still the case and her getting her outfit, and this is the one where her sidekick and that random guy were doing their little spiel and getting her the appointment and stuff like that.
And then they put on, what was it, the
gear,
the not Avengers gear,
yeah, the Avengers with an I.
Yes, was it?
Avengers. It was Avengers.
Avengers,
and then Avengers or something like that. Because you was Avengers. What the hell? I like her. That character is funny as hell too. Like that, they're doing a hell of a job with the comedy in this show.
And I've heard of a lot of stuff that it's not really intertwined. They're like not going anywhere into the big picture of MCU.
They don't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be tying anything together. Which I know a lot of people will probably complain because I mean it does have the Hulk, it does have the Sakarian ship, it has obviously Daredevil. Spoiler alert, but
yeah,
it's tying things. It has connections, but it's not trying to tie things together. It's not trying to continue any story that we know of.
Yeah, and I also heard that Froggy was coming back too. But you didn't watch Daredevil, I forgot. Froggy.
Oh, yeah. The assistant, yeah.
I can't remember his name, but
Foggy.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But I think that's refreshing. I think it's refreshing to have a show that's just a show that is in the universe, but isn't like a very detrimental part.
Yeah.
Because even Hawkeye, it feels almost a little pointless. I mean, other than introducing Echo and reintroducing Kingpin,
I think it does well, like ending his story.
If in fact it's ended. That's another thing, because they didn't say that for sure.
Well, no.
It was in the show that they alluded to the wife being S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, so I mean that's opening. Yeah, that's opening up a whole other thing.
Was it Canary? Mockingbird?
Some bird. Some
caw.
The dodo.
Tyrannosaurus.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. The P is silent.
Be quiet, Michelangelo. I found a turtle in my yard. And I'm trying to get rid of it before my daughter gets home. Yeah. You're taking it, right? Maybe.
I don't mind putting a turtle in my backyard. I've had a few turtles. Yeah, more than a lot.
Will Winston play nice?
At one time, I think I had like 16 reptiles at my house.
Really?
Yeah, from like snakes to salamanders to turtles to geckos. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was a phase.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Michelangelo, you have a home.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he'll fit in my backyard.
Easy. And then we show up like 5 years later and it's this big old thing.
Right? I would be writing him, hey, where you at? Write him on the podcast.
Doing a little meditation thing. Beer me.
Right? Pretty much.
Anywho.
So.
What else? I feel like I did watch.
How far are you on House of the Dragon?
I'm caught up.
Completely
caught up.
So you watched this past Sundays?
Yes. Maybe. Remind me.
What was the last thing that you remembered?
Isn't
the wedding?
The wedding.
That was the last thing. There was nothing after the wedding, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think so either. I hope not.
So now I don't know.
I logged out of my HBO Max and I can't remember my password on my phone. So I was like trying to check it on my phone. On my TV, it's still on there. I just can't remember.
I can check it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and run us through, and I'll check in the meantime.
We're at the point where the king, whatever the hell his name is, I always forget all the characters.
Rhaenyra? No, that's the girl,
king,
I think.
Yeah. House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
We forgot to say that.
Yes.
Viserys. Viserys shows up where did he show up? He showed up to...
It's not King's Landing, the Valerian? I don't know. I don't know the names of these things in places like I should.
Hold on. It's Valerian. Where do they live in Valeria?
There's a name. It's one of the names that we know already, like High Castle, High Clouds, King's Landing.
Yeah,
one of those that we already know, but I can't remember.
So he showed up there, and he's sick and coughing and all this bullshit, right?
At first, it makes it seem like he's just like seasick, but then this thing continues, like it's kicking his ass.
So I guess that's his brother-in-law, right? Because it was his sister that didn't get the throne, because it was between him and her for the throne. So it's his brother-in-law, which is Corlys, Corlys, Valerian, that dude, right? Because he has a white.
Yes.
So yeah, that dude,
which looks really cool.
Yeah, he's like white dreads or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes up to him, and which is really crazy because he's pretty much shunning him because he shows up like on this big ass voyage, right? And he's like, he's not here to meet me. No, he's inside. You know what I mean? He's like,
right.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, a little disrespectful there with your shit, bro.
So then he's up there, you know what I mean? He's, talking to his sister, doesn't even want to freaking, shake her hand because he's all sick and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was 2 new dragons that we saw, which I can't remember whose they were. Yeah, there's 2 dragons.
Was there?
Yeah, the ones that were flying together. Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't remember where they were. I think I sent it to you on TikTok because I was like, oh, this is so-and-so.
Meet George.
Meet George the dragon. Anyways, so the king is sick, obviously, right? And they try to leech him, and it started with that little freaking spot on the back of his back, right? Do you remember that from the first episode?
You think they're related? I don't think they are, but
let me tell you why. So it started at that. And, they're like, oh, should we leech it? And it's like, no, let's just burn it or whatever. So after that, they, alluded to like, all right. And they kind of like passed by it, and then later on his arms, I don't know if you noticed, his arms were all fucked up. Like they had spots all over them.
No, I didn't.
I'll have to send you a screenshot. This last episode, his whole arm is fucked up, dude. All of it.
Shit, I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, his whole arm is jacked. Well, turns out that in one of the previous episodes, he's sitting on the throne and he moves his hand and he cuts himself.
So he's got tetanus?
So he's getting all that shit he's getting all his sores and because he's cut himself because of the Iron Throne.
Ah, that makes sense.
So now the actual throne is killing him because of literally killing him. Yeah. So he's pretty jacked up. That guy is like, yeah, it's pretty gross.
I wonder if they're going to figure that out though.
I don't know. They probably will. And then, of course, they went to introduce, Rhaenyra, Princess. I can't say her name.
Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra?
I don't know.
Princess. Why do I have freaking
I can't get to it. Sorry.
Notes from, what do you call it? Rings of Power.
Uh-huh.
And House of the Dragon, pendejo.
They're at home?
Yeah.
What, you actually wrote them down on a piece of paper?
No. Like I mixed them together, idiot.
But how are they at home?
No, I didn't say at home.
Oh,
I said I have them like put in the wrong place because I'm looking at like House of the Dragon, and then all of a sudden it's like Elf. I'm like, wait a second, it's not on there.
Yep, you're definitely getting the two shows mixed up.
But speaking of elves, I know that you're not that caught up on.
As long as it's not a huge
Rings of
spoiler,
Power.
let me have
Rings of Fire.
Rings of. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Turned into karaoke. God damn, that's a big ass guitar.
Yeah, it was big. Remember?
What the fuck? Actually, he does play that way, huh?
Right, exactly.
That's right.
Oh, it was like this. How was Hawking Phoenix?
Yeah. I need to rewatch that movie. That's a good fucking movie. Right? I'm over here all enthralled like I'm watching the movie and shit.
Yeah, that's kind of
tiring.
Anyways.
Anywho.
So, you're at episode 2?
I'm at the Gandalf scene.
Gandalf.
I swear that it's Gandalf.
Might be Gandalf.
I don't think it is.
He's as tall as Gandalf.
No, he's not.
Well, since we won't go over that, then we'll talk about a little controversy going on with Amazon and the Rings of Power.
What?
So apparently Amazon has cut off their comments.
Yes, I remember seeing that. Okay. I don't know if you sent it to me, but I saw that.
Because of like 3,000 like really bad stuff that's going on. So if you want to comment about the Rings of Power on Amazon, you can't.
You can't. Well, who knows if they lifted it yet?
But and you know, one of the main things is that I saw is a multicultural cast, and they're making a big stink about it because of an African American elf. Really?
We're going back to that shit.
It's fantasy. We're going back to the Little Mermaid thing where it's fantasy. Why the fuck? Why are y'all making such a big deal? You know what I mean? Just because in the books that you're reading, you thought it was, a certain person, and then on TV or, whatever, it's a different.
It's not our fault that you have a lack of imagination.
Exactly.
Like, it's not our fault as people of color. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that term. But yeah, dude, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if there's something to be said about that. Like, we'd have to put some people in a room and just be like, we're not going to divulge your name. Yeah. But as a white person, be honest, do you actually envision them as just elves and people and stuff? Or do you actually see them as white? Because I don't. Like, whenever I've read stuff, I just read about, and if it specifies in there this was a black character, okay, then I envision a black character. But if they don't say specifically, I never really put an ethnicity to them. I just think of them as people. But I don't know if there's some white people that do.
Well, I just think if I'm reading a story or some shit, everybody's just like white.
Do you automatically assume white?
Yeah, it's just like everything. It doesn't matter what I'm reading.
That's interesting. Like I said, I never have. Anytime, because I remember ironically, the only one that comes to my mind right now is I read. It's called Everville.
I was going to say the wild.
No, it's called
the
Clive
Wild
Barker.
Rumpus.
Yeah.
Penthouse.
What?
Well, you were reading, so it's
Penthouse. Oh my
God. I have
God.
it for the articles.
Right? Yes. Sadly, I did read the articles. I did. I really did.
So did I.
It was a really long article. Everville by Clive Barker, and there was a character that was black. It specifically said that he was black, but nobody else had an ethnicity that didn't specify. So it never dawned on me like, oh, they're white, they're Mexican, they're this. Yeah. They're just people that I'm reading about.
They're blue.
They're blue. I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. I don't know. We should be able to put that music in the episode.
I hope so.
But anyway, so yeah, I kind of envisioned that was going to happen when I saw him. And to be perfectly honest, I make fun of everything. Absolutely everything. Even shit that I probably shouldn't. When people say they have a dark sense of humor, I'm like, no, you fucking don't. I fucking have one. But when I saw him, I was like, really? A black elf? Okay, whatever. Like as a joke between me and Cinda.
And then you're like, okay, and then you...
No, I didn't genuinely think it. Yeah. It was just something funny to say because I know that other people would say that shit seriously. And they're trying to cancel comedians, for God's sake.
It's like you fuck one goat, right?
Yeah, you fuck one goat, and all of a sudden you're a goat fucker.
Hold on.
What? Oh, we're done? That's a great way to end that segment. So anyway, back to fucking goats.
Right? No. Well, I'm going to go into House of Gucci real quick.
Okay, cool.
I can go into that really quick. So it's a 2.5 hour movie,
House of Gucci.
House of Gucci, yes. Lady Gaga,
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Oh my gosh! Did you see his character?
I've seen I've seen the makeup and stuff on the
Al
character.
Pacino.
Yes.
I mean Dunkachino. It's Al Pacino. My God, how old is? Hey Google, how old is Al Pacino?
I love that he said it with a little. 82 years old. God damn.
He's 82 years old and he's still acting. He looks 89 years old. Right? Sorry, Al, dude. You're just old, dude.
Sorry, Crypt Keeper, but
right. He plays a good. I can't remember his name on House of Gucci, but
okay,
you know what I mean. It's really worth the watch. I really like how it is. Adam Driver.
Oh, that's right. He is in this. Okay.
Yeah, he's like the lead role. He plays a very well. What is his name? Let me get his name really quick, because if not, I'm gonna
not gonna be able to concentrate.
Exactly. Let me just get his name. Mauricio, I think. Mauricio Gucci.
Mauricio Gucci.
He plays such a very like calm and collective. Like, I'm sure that he was actually Adam Driver plays Mauricio like so like, all right, this is me. I'm sophisticated. I'm chill. You know what I mean? He's like, nothing's gonna fucking bother me. Like,
okay.
I'm very surprised on that role because, no, it kind of fits him because he's kind of like, even like in Kylo Ren, he was very like,
yeah, he's got a certain demeanor
until he got pissed off and fucking like, you know, killed everything, right? Whatever. Jared Leto. At first, I was like, who is this guy? Fucking eyes gave him away, dude. It's all about the eyes, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, it was like halfway through the movie, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember. I was just like, let me watch it. I do no background anymore because it's
about
been a
like
while. 6 months, maybe longer. I don't know. 8 months, probably a year. So yeah, like I said, it's 2 hours and 37 minutes long. It's a good watch. I thought it was going to be some type of romantic love story. I'm not going to spoil it. It is in a way, but then in a way it's kind of like, fuck. You know, you see a story like this where, you know, somebody grows up, builds something, and then, you know, just chaos ensues no matter what. So it's like that old, it's not an old saying, it's kind of like with, you know, more money, more problems, to where it's like, all right, you finally have everything, but guess what? You have everything that you want, but everything else is fucked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter, you know how much money you have. It's, you know, you're still fucked in life.
Oh yeah. There was something else that I was going to ask you about that I was pretty sure you saw.
Father Stew's really good.
Father Stew. There you go. Segue.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. No. Like wow. Mel Gibson.
Well, what helps? What helps is Mel Gibson himself is a super devout Catholic. Yeah. This is a Catholic priest, right?
Yes.
You yourself are a pretty devout Catholic.
Yes.
So, how much of it do you think is biased?
It's just I don't know. I'm gonna side with it being a great movie.
It's you honestly believe it's more of a great movie than bias?
Yeah, because I had already seen the previews. I've seen a bunch of like Christian, you know, non-denominational movies.
Dude, don't get me
Catholic
wrong.
Movies.
When I remember watching. I watched the trailer when you mentioned it the other day. When I watched it, I got teary-eyed. Yeah. And then I remember when I first watched it, I definitely got like it's almost like a Rocky story, like just that fucking fighting from the bottom type shit, which gets me every fucking time. So I definitely want to see it. Side note, I don't know if I've told you this, but did you know what I wanted to be when I was a kid? The very first thing that I ever, you know how cop, fireman, the very first thing that I ever wanted to be was a priest.
I could see it.
I wanted to be a priest. I did. And so for that reason also, I'm like, yeah, this is going to get me right in the fucking... Because at the very least, I haven't seen the movie yet, but at the very least, this seems to be the type of person that should be a priest. Like the what they seem to show that he ends up becoming, that's what a priest should be. He's bringing, like, I'm going to get fucking teary-eyed now. The fact that people are going to the fucking home, forming a fucking line because that's how good of a fucking priest he is. Yeah. I probably shouldn't say fucking and priest, but it's a testament to he was good at what he did. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, even though I kind of don't want to, but I'm gonna watch it.
I'll tell you what, if you can make it a family, even with your mom.
Oh, my mom's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna absolutely love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it and I was like,
yeah, that bad, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Rating?
Yeah, shit. 8.5, dude.
That good, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
it's really good.
Even if you can kind of hear it, hopefully I can drown most of it out.
History repeats itself.
Oh, I was like, wait, what the fuck is he talking about? Yes. So the good thing is, wait, how far are you?
Done.
Cool. Because we were making a joke last episode. I was wearing the shirt and I didn't even know it was out. And that was what, on Friday?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, we recorded
Sunday.
Sunday because Donnie was watching football. So we recorded Sunday. I think it was that same fucking night when you guys took off. That's all I fucking did. It turned into Karate Kid Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
And I've got to say that I am very fucking disappointed. Like we were talking about the other day, I did not realize that it was this cheesy, but you're telling me it wasn't this cheesy? It was cheesy, but not this cheesy.
That's pretty cheesy.
And they upped the cheese like a lot.
Yeah.
This is like they took a nice nacho plate and came through with that thing and just stared at you and was like, say when. And the person never fucking said when.
Get a cheese?
Yeah, right. Get a cheese. That's funny. Get a cheese. Probably watered down. It's so bad that like 4 or 5 episodes in, I was like, I'm going to finish this because I need to for the show and stuff. But if I wasn't this invested, I would have given up. Like, this is so fucking cheesy. Like I was telling you, that whole scene where they're literally putting each other in the fucking hospital in comas and shit. But let's settle this with a 2 brace.
Yeah,
but it's weird because it's written for kids, but it's also written for people like us that remember the old movies and shit, because they get bloody.
And to be honest with you, it's a great 80s type of cheese, very nostalgic. The fight montages are also like very 80s-ish.
They are.
You know what I mean? So it kind of like, it still keeps you in that same minefield because you're like, you're thinking of the Karate Kid and everything that happened in the last, those 3 movies. And then they're putting you into this new world and you're still kind of like, okay, is it new? Is it old? Is it cheesy? Is it not?
You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons that I love doing, not to be fucking pedantic, but that's one of the reasons I love doing this show, because I have my thoughts like that, and then you say some shit and I'm like, nah, you know what, I'm gonna back off a little bit, because you're absolutely right. It's not that it's cheesy, it's 80s. It's 80s. Very fucking 80s. And me watching this is like me making Lou watch the original movie. Like, she's just gonna be like, oh my god, this is so and I'm like, bro, you got to understand that at the time, this was the marquee of cinema making. This was Oscar-worthy shit. Now it's cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Somebody with a complete 80s mentality wrote and produced this show.
Yeah.
And it's coming off that way. Yeah. So if you're stuck in the 80s like Johnny is in the show, this is right up your alley.
Right up your steam pipe.
Right up the devil's alley. Yeah. That one hit.
Oh, see.
No. Dude, that he's a fucking he does that fucking voice and shit, so don't fucking come after me, all right? I just know it really well because I love that fucking movie.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm gonna get canceled and shit.
Right, for real. Well, speaking of voices, Chosen Yuji Okumoto,
dude, that guy. Please don't say it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, his name's Yuji Okamoto. Is that better?
Yuji Okamoto?
It's Yuji Okamoto.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know if it's worse to try to sound Japanese or to say it whiteified.
I was just
Yuji Okamoto.
I mean, I sounded it out like I sound out Spanish names.
Right?
I'm not going to say Villarreal. I'm going to say
oh my God,
Villarreal.
Can I tell you a quick funny story about shit like that?
Yeah. So, going back to...
Anyway.
Chosen. But I can see what you're talking about. I guess I heard like an interview with him, and have you heard him talk?
Cobra Kai experience been for you? Oh man, it's been nuts.
Shut the fuck up.
Me about jumping on board, I was stoked.
stoked.
I read it and I thought, well,
Here, do it. Put it up to your mic.
Some tweaks here and there, and you know, bless those guys. They were all down for
Justin!
how to kind of create or tailor the character.
So he did like a basically
I lived this character.
what Pat Morita did.
That's yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean?
Because Pat Morita himself was a fucking valley kid and shit like that. Fucking. And it was funny because I think you sent me that one where they were saying that he was not the first choice to play Mr. Miyagi because I guess the director was like, nobody's gonna take a comedian serious. I'm like, comedian? What the fuck? He was a comedian? I didn't even know that shit. So we might see.
That's the caveat.
We might see. We might see a transition. We've been talking about it for a while, but we might see a transition here where I think we're going to record more AAA and Moat 9 is going to take the side seat.
And if it comes down to it, I mean, we could always do Zoom.
Why?
I don't know, dude.
No, you're talking out of your ass. We have our studio set up kind of.
Yeah,
so.
we could be anywhere. Like
yes.
The Bahamas. Or
Why are you doing that
Castlevania.
Castlevania, nice.
I don't know,
oh my god, you just gave me a lot of work right there. So anywho, yeah, you might see that. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to, because AAA is just so much easier because it's just literally there's no homework to be done. It's just show up, smoke and drink. Which is something we do very well.
Yes.
So anywho, but in the meantime, while we prepare to record the next one, it'll be
1,000 Years of Longing. I think I want to watch that one.
Dude,
Bullet Train, hopefully.
I don't think it's out on.
No,
I don't think it's out on digital yet.
Whoa.
That's the problem. How are you? Any level of Kevin Smith fan?
Oh, when's that one come out?
It's already out in theaters. It's already out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shit, I had no idea.
It's just it's unfortunately a limited. Okay, that's how big of a fan you are. Not got it. But did you see Clerk? How many of his movies have you seen that you can think of? Seriously?
I think so.
You've never seen Clerks or Clerks 2?
Clerks 2. What else is there?
Chasing Amy, Dogma.
Dogma. I saw Dogma.
You saw Dogma? All right. We got the one movie that he saw.
I did see Dogma.
Okay. Then Tusk.
Oh, I saw Tusk too.
Oh. Yeah, that one was...
Heebie-jeebies.
That's a heebie-jeebies for sure.
It's like the Human Centipede.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, pretty much. It was on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking thing is disturbing as fuck. Did you ever see Cop Out with Bruce Willis and
Is there
Tracy
a dog
Morgan?
in that one?
No. I didn't even finish that one.
I
That's
think
how
so.
bad that was.
I watched most of Bruce Willis stuff. Not his like B stuff. It's a B stuff. It's a B movie.
That
right?
one's kind of a B.
Okay, I don't watch Bruce Willis's C movies. How's that sound?
There you go. Yeah, because you should have seen it, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't see it.
No, literally like A, B, C. Like
I know.
Die Hard's A.
It was my joke. C. It's a C movie because you probably shouldn't see it.
Did you say Goat C?
Goat. That was... now I have that in my head. Anywho, so...
Waiting.
Cobra Kai is done. So House of the Dragon, Ring of Power... A plethora of fucking movies that we should have seen or need to see. I need to catch up. You're doing
Andor
for sure. She-Hulk, I'll probably go in and watch right now and fall asleep too because I'm tired.
What else is
I really feel.
Hey, when's our 100th episode?
This is 7, so episode 10 of this season. I don't want to say 3 weeks because something might come up and we don't record on time. So the 10th episode. This is 7, so 8, 9, 10. 10th episode is our 100th episode.
Hopefully, if we can get enough, people to watch and listen, I've already got an idea of what to do as far as small giveaway.
Nice.
But it's going to be a really hard questionnaire type of thing.
Okay.
Where it's like, what's the word that we say the most?
Oh, gotcha.
Type of thing. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Which is not one of them.
Ow.
Sucker.
So the only one that's going to stand a chance to win this is me and you. Got it.
Yes. So it better be good prizes. No.
Fuck yeah. So I'm going to get a PS5.
Oh,
nice.
Shit. Definitely off a PS5.
And an Oculus.
Right? Oh, shit.
It's like, sorry, Lou. Instead of you getting one, we're gonna give it away.
We're giving away a $400 turtle.
Yes. Michelangelo. You get Michelangelo, our mascot. I'll try to put a picture. Or you do it. That way you don't complain like last time. Michelangelo's right there. Anyway, so Linktree, linktr.ee/moat9, MOAT, the number 9, not the word, for all the links, Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a Facebook.
OnlyFans.
Our OnlyFans, yes. You get to see. I'm not even going to go there.
Sexual seduction.
And then if you have any comments, suggestions, critiques, we'll take them. I don't give a shit. He might take them personal, but I won't. moatnine@gmail.com. That being said, sir,
right.
As always, be good to each other, and more importantly, be good to yourselves.
Peace.
And Michelangelo says, Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga, dude.